Hello, my name is Carlos Eduardo and this is my PIA video and my topic is Chapter 4 Ecosystems and Communities. Well, first of all, I would like to start telling you what is a community. And a community is a set of populations that inhabit a certain area. And an ecosystem is a higher level of organization, the community plus its physical environment. Then the weather is the day-to-day condition of Earth's atmosphere. Weather where you live may be clear and sunny one day but rainy and cold the next. And climate is, on the other hand, refers to the average condition over long periods of time. Also, environmental conditions can vary over small distances, creating microclimates. But all of these terms can vary because of something called greenhouse effect. This is caused by the greenhouse gases that traps heat on Earth and makes the Earth atmosphere hotter. But then every species has its own range of tolerance, and that means the ability to survive and reproduce under a range of environmental circumstances. And then species tolerance for environmental conditions helps determine its address or habitat, the general place where an organism lives. Then the habitats can be divided into niches, and a niche is the range of physical and biological conditions in which a species lives and the way the species obtains what it needs to survive and reproduce. Then, the competitive exclusion principle states that no two species can occupy exactly the same niche in exactly the same habitat at exactly the same time. This is divided into an interaction in which one animal captures and feeds another animal, called predation, and herbivory that consists in an interaction in which one animal feeds on procedures such as plants. But sometimes changes in the population of a single species, often called keystone species, can cause dramatic changes in the structure of a community. Any relationship in which two species can live closely together is called symbiosis, which means living together. Biologists recognize three main classes of symbiotic relationships in nature, which there are mutualism, parasitism, and commensalism. Then, the ecological succession is a series of more or less predictable changes that occur in a community over time. Over the course of succession, the number of different species present typically increases. Then the tropical rainforests are home to more species than all other biomes combined. As the name suggests, rainforests get a lot of rain, at least 2 meters of it a year. Tall trees form a dense leafy covering called a canopy from 50 to 80 meters. Above the forest floor, in the shade below the canopy, shorter trees and vines form a layer called understory. Then, in tropical dry forests, adaptations to survive the dry season include seasonal loss of leaves. A plant that sheds its leaves during a particular season is called deciduous. Some plants also have an extra thick waxy layer on their leaves to reduce water loss. The temperate forests are mostly made up of deciduous and evergreen coniferous trees. Coniferous trees, or conifers, produce seeds-bearing cones and most have leaves shaped like needles. Fertile soils are often rich in humus, a material formed from decaying leaves and other organic matter. In autumn, deciduous trees shed their leaves. In the spring, small plants burst from the ground and flower. Then, in the tundra, there is something very special that is called permafrost. There is a frozen layer of subsoil. Then, in aquatic ecosystems, we asked the question, what factors affect life in aquatic ecosystems? And aquatic organisms are affected primarily by the water's depth, temperature, flow, and amount of dissolved nutrients. Then, why estuaries are so important? An estuary is a special kind of wetland formed where a river meets the sea, and estuaries serve as spawning and nursery grounds for many ecologically and commercially important fish and shellfish species including bluefish, striped bass, shrimp, and crabs. So basically, it's like an ecosystem where lives a lot of kinds of species.